What would this channel, dragmotoxboss, look like if I never engaged with my community as much as I do now? Let me be clear. What I mean by this exactly is never letting any fan ever speak on a live stream and never letting any fan ever talk in any collabs. The only communication I would have with people is replying to their comments and possibly even joining them once in a while in a VC and speaking with them a little bit. But besides that, not speaking to them at all anymore. Some people choose to be like this, whether it's on purpose, whether they don't have the time, whether they have a bunch of other things going on in their life. And for the people who have other things going on in their life, that's fine. There's certain people who don't want to engage a lot in their community. That's fine as well. But when you do engage in your community, it brings your community closer together. It causes people to like more of your videos, watch more of your videos, comment on more of your videos, think of you a lot more, meaning they'll do all three of what I just said because they're thinking of you more. It creates a positive impact. You can also gain a lot of legendary and awesome friendships as well from it. But there is one large thing I need to be clear on. Do not ever expect a fan to be a normal friend. You always have to keep in the back of your mind, well, they're a fan, so it may not be like a normal friendship. I'm starting to ramble right now, so let me stick to the main subject here. What will my life look like if I did not engage my community nearly as much? Well, for starters, you could probably see me doing a monthly, 2 times a month streaming. I can't imagine doing any more than that, and this is during the school year. During the summer, probably a weekly stream. In those streams, I would have a very limited list of people. Only people I knew in real life. And I know in real life. As well as a couple of people that I meet online, not through my channel. There's people like JK Bunny, Charlie 10, Vin, and many more people who have all met me through other people, have not met me directly from my YouTube channel. In technicality, I'm only really friends with all these people because it was one of the effects from a big cause and effect train of me engaging in my community of fans. But regardless, the thing is that a lot of these, like, not direct fans, but just people who came into my community from some of my fans would not be in my community. So I can just imagine there being a short list of people, such as YouGoVR, which wouldn't even be on that much. Actually, he probably would, because nowadays me and him hang out a lot, and he does not really like talking in large crowds online, so he would actually be extremely active in the dragmotoxboss community. So that is one of the only good things that comes out of me not really engaging in my community. Well, if I never engaged in my community in the first place, if I never did as much engagement as I do nowadays. Jake the Fox would be on occasionally. I go over his house, obviously, have a sleepover, do like collabs with him, live stream collab, whatever. KDR Sponge would way more than likely be more involved in my life because, well, he was one of the only people who was really in my life back before all the fans were in my life. And because of that, I remembered to speak to him more. No offense, KDR Sponge, but ever since, you know, at one point in time you really like slowed down on reaching out to me, I have also at the same time been focused on spending time with a bunch of fans, and you kind of just, you're just gone. But obviously, if you're watching this video, feel free to just join my live streams whenever you can. Don't worry. I should probably give him a reminder or something like that. I'll be like, hey, you should join a stream. I'm going to also say that Lion Nation would also be a part of the community, as well as some other people. Gojo the Giga Chad and Jake the Odd One would indeed be in my life as well and speaking in my streams, because they did not come from me engaging with fans. They came separately. Jake the Odd One is like Yugo with that talking aspect, and he would also be on a bunch. So just imagine a bunch of streams with Gojo the Giga Chad, Jake the Odd One, and Yugo in VR. That would be quite interesting. Subscribe to my channel, JB dragmotoxboss, for millions of IQ. Also join my Discord server, JB's Palace. Due to there being less friends in my life, obviously I'd be trying to DM these friends who are not a cause or effect of my channel or a fan of my channel. With that being said, Later Planet 7448 would also be on a lot more as well, or at least a little bit more. Tai JJ would be on once a year because that's how often he is on nowadays. But yes, he is actually not from my channel. And believe it or not, well, I've met a bunch of people through him. Unfortunately, the only person that's really significant enough to this YouTube channel community that I should mention here is Cozykins. Cozykins would also be here too. With that being said, I feel like more of that small friend group, such as Jacko Whack and Benign and others, would also be on, I feel like, a little bit more because of the lack of people in my community. Other people like G Squared would be on once in a rare while. I almost forgot to mention Dylan, also known as Foot, would also be on, and Dizwiz would be a part of my, people talking in streams as well. And then there's random commenters that don't really talk, don't talk at all in stream. Like Tomorrowland Pro would be, well, actually, he would have permission. He does have permission nowadays to talk in my streams if he really wants to. So he would have permissions in this non-fan reality as well. Bold Dev would be there, as well as other people. I cannot list everybody in this video, but I pretty much listed all the main important people to mention, alright? The ex from over a year ago would not be my ex at all. I would have never dated that, because they are actually a fan of my channel, if they're watching, hello. But if I never engaged with my community, I would never have dared to DM them anything about that. Due to this would cause me to be less progressed in my life, and I would actually still be jealous over other people in relationships. Very toxic. I'm pretty sure I would have eventually, sooner or later, learned to not be like that, but all I'm saying is that it would definitely be delayed. Another thing is that I'm also, I know how, breakups and breakup pain works, and I just have more experience in that field. My Discord server would be way less advanced because, wait, no, never mind. I am strongly mistaken, because believe it or not, Awesome Folsom is actually not a fan. Technically he is, because he calls himself a fan, but he was brought onto the channel because I randomly talked to him in a typical developer's VC. So he would actually be there, which is quite interesting. With that logic, Polecat would be there as well. Hugo would also be here as well. So I suppose there would be more people than you think. But the amount of people joining the channel would be majorly decreased, and the amount of people a part of my channel and stuff. I'm talking about becoming my friend and being able to talk in streams in this false reality. Out of some main people here, Mighty D's would not be a part of the people talking in my streams. Giga Bacon would not. Ace of Spades would not. Technically, JK Bunny, I Like Pandas, and Pog all would. Because JK Bunny actually did not directly come to the channel because he was saying that he's a fan or anything. I saw him in a Apton Discord VC. With that logic, Charlie 10 would be here. Grandpa would be here. Vetley, Maple Alex, Agent Oldie, they all would not be here. Red Samurai would not be here. These people in the game would not be here. Jazzy J's, Canadian Border Jumper, and Chips would all actually be here. Another thing to keep in mind is if I really hardly engage with the community, maybe I'd be talking with this list of people, but even though I listed a bunch of people that would still be here, that wouldn't really be that many people, and I would probably often find myself alone in stream. I can be wrong though, because both JK Bunny and Awesome Folsom and all the people JK Bunny brought onto the channel would be there. So that's actually a big part of it, actually. But for the most part, I would be more just recording videos more often, uploading them obviously more often, and just doing short 4-hour streams. Possibly longer, because maybe the amount of people who would be speaking in streams would have enough influence for that to continue, because the only reason why I stream for so long is because it originally came from a pattern that was formed because I started letting fans talk in streams and stuff. My personality would also be a little bit different, because part of my personality influence comes from talking to a bunch of people in my community. So basically, if we take all, like, you know, the fans out and just go to this reality of just like Austin Folsom, JK Bunny, and like a few other people, or, you know, an amount of other people, they would influence my personality, but I feel like it would still be a little bit different, because your personality gets formed from the people you hang out with. I was ranting and raving about something in front of my parents in the car today, and they pointed out that I said a bunch of phrases that came from both my dad's side of the family as well as my mom's. That is the unique thing about, like, you know, just new people and just like who you hang out with, but like especially for families, like, you know, if you have a child, you know, it's gonna be a mix of like both parents. Roboplays would actually be in my community. Roboplays would actually be there, because the origin of me and him is that I actually commented on one of his FNF cover videos. FNF is cursing and inappropriate talk in some parts of it. And he eventually like ended up checking out my channel and started speaking in a bunch of streams. This video went on for way too long. I'm done with this video now.